There we go. We're now on.
Oh, hi, everybody.
And yeah, and so
we are ready now and have not been ready for the past 15 minutes.
Oh, that's weird. It didn't save my settings when I closed the app and save the latest free play jingle I had loaded.
I should go get my Switch because I don't really have to pay attention for like half the show.
David, you don't have to do anything, baby. I mean, you do have to provide color commentary. You and I will be acting as a team of wrestling commentators throughout the show.
Okay.
Just yell,
so which one of
Tope
us
Suicida!
Yeah, make sure
So
you
which
say
one of
Tope
us is-
Suicida.
Oh, fuck, I'm blanking on his name.
Excalibur?
JR,
Taz? It's Taz!
Friends.
the king.
Tony Schiavone.
That's what it is. Okay, so which one of us is Gary Cole and which one of us is Jason Bateman?
Oh, those commentators. I'm never good at playing the straight man, so yeah, that's up to you, David.
I thought you were going to say, it's like, I am never going to be Gary Cole, ever.
I can't. Too fat. Fat.
God,
All right. So I'm gonna make a new theme.
Fat play.
oh my God, we should do a game with fat characters or a
Oh
theme with
man,
fat
for like
characters,
Thanksgiving.
and then we can just do fat play.
Yeah. We get Richter as a guest on the show.
And can we make some of our clips and like slow them down so we sound like
Yeah, I think I have a jowl filter in Audacity I could probably run on things.
Slow them down and then insert heavy breathing between like every other word.
free play.
All right. Who's ready for a countdown?
Oh my God! And a clap.
I don't know if my heart can take it, but yeah, let's do it.
Countdown to go live or countdown to record?
Countdown and record. We're live now.
Oh, God.
All this fat stuff is on the air.
Yeah. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game That Tune Dynamite. We are in the Game That Tune arena alongside David Fleming. This is John Harrington, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic show coming up for you tonight, featuring two fantastic competitors in this special November to Dismember. It's going to be a slobber knocker this episode. David, what do you have to say about these two fantastic competitors tonight?
Well, John, thank you for throwing it over to me. I have to say, I've never seen two combatants so ready to go at each other and, frankly, dismember each other. I believe this will be a November dismember to remember.
Well said, David. Thank you very much for repeating the catchphrase of the show. The tail of the tape runs a mile long on these two. And they've had bad blood, and this story's been brewing for quite some time, ever since the champion Jessie Moore took over the GTT title back in August at the end of August Absurdity. And John Regan has decided to step up to Jessie in this new fantastic special edition championship game. So we're going to hear first from the challenger, John Harrington. Fuck! Oh, I botched the accent. We're going to hear first from the challenger, John Regan.
Listen, Jesse, brother.
Damn it, he said it again.
Growing up in Jacksonville, Florida, St. Augustine, Florida, we were practically brothers. In fact, we were closer than brothers. But ever since you won that crown, Jesse, you have not been acting very brother to me, brother.
It's a belt now.
So I'm here to take that belt. I'm going to take it from you. I'm going to take it and I'm going to reign in a new era of Game That Tune. An era of peace and prosperity and brotherly love, brother. And that's all I got to say about that.
Johnny with the promo all the way from Philadelphia with all that brotherly love talk. And, he seems very stern, very focused, does not seem to understand any, didn't exactly bring his thesaurus to the promo class this week. But, now we'll hear from the challenger. He's yet to appear. Does he have a theme music entrance, or, where is the champion Jessie Moore? Good God!
You see, Johnny, I was born to play GTT. I remember being a kid, sitting in the back seat of our white Suzuki, and songs would come on the radio. And as soon as they started, my dad turned to me and say, "Who's this?" Every time, every song. So I've been, just doing this my entire life. And I remember the first time I realized that you can make a living doing this. I remember I was like, someone told me, it's like, you can be a music guesser in the indies. And I was like, can you? So I fought my hardest, tooth and claw, going on all the old, game guessing indies. And then I finally made it to the big one, to Game That Tune. And you know what? I won the title. And this title helps me provide for my family. And if you're coming for this title, you're coming to take food off of the plates of my family. And I can't have that. I'm going to be relentless. I'm going to come at you as hard as I can. This is going to be one of the most grueling matches in Game That Tune history. There will be blood. I'm not sure if it's going to be mine, if it's going to be yours, or if it's going to be David's. But there will be fucking blood. And you will remember this dismemberment.
My God. Showing his nerves of steel, Jessie Moore, he is a strange enigma. And, in preparation for tonight's show, of course, you have to consider each competitor's strengths. Both consider themselves to be legends in the Sega arts. One more so a Sonic versus a general knowledge Sega boy. Both grew up around the same time, the same console generations. They've been clashing throughout time ever since meeting each other at the Neskimo shows in St. Augustine, Florida. So, we felt it was only appropriate for these two ferocious competitors to meet over a free play.
Whoops.
That sounded like dog shit, John.
I can fix that.
God, that was the drizzling shits.
Can we go back to my blood being spilled? Why is my blood being spilled?
Oh, it's not, David. I was just trying to be dramatic. God.
Careful, man. Jessie will super kick that chin clean off your face.
Game That Tune. Free play.
Call me the ass man.
Do you think when Michael Richards comes, he leaves the room and then bursts in the door?
Oh, God, I hope so. I love the detailed list of things he would like to do with an ass.
But he never said fuck. I got a picnic basket.
God damn it.
God damn it.
God damn it.
He's swinging that penis around with only one hand.
Like, I hate you, but kind of like you.
When I was in kindergarten, I declared I was going to marry my Sega Genesis.
I feel like I missed a chapter or two in this story.
No reason penis can't have more than one use.
This one's huge!
Let's just stop this and do a movie commentary for the Flintstones movie.
Mother Brain gonna make you suck this dick.
bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no reason to delay any further. One of these men is 5 games, 15 songs away from GTT Championship glory. That's right, we've got 5 fantastic games. We've got a fantastic fan request. It's time to begin Game That Tune Dynamite, November to Dismember. In picture in
Game
picture.
1.
All right, gentlemen. So this game features multiple stages based on remix themes from games developed by the same developer in a wholly different series. These include The Gym, Route 26, and Your Bicycle. Have the combatants locked in their answers?
Yes.
Okay, nobody's going to say anything, so let's see them.
Nerves of steel.
So John Regan says Game Freak does more than Pokemon. And Jesse says Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. Both of you are on the right track, but sadly incorrect. This
My
is
God.
a game by Game Freak that is not Pokemon. This is Harmonite. So yeah, Harmonite is one of, I think, only 3 games that Game Freak has made that is not Pokemon. There's Harmonite, there's Pulseman, and then there's Drill Dozer. Every 10 or 12 years, they get to make a non-Pokemon game. And Harmonite was the latest one. And it's like a rhythm action game where you star as this little boy with like a sword that's kind of shaped like a musical note, and you're running along a screen attacking enemies, but it's all in rhythm. Like as you hit them, it makes different beats to the background music. It was a 3DS eShop game, and it was really fun, and it has a really cool soundtrack.
Yeah, that's pretty good music. And you say that every couple years they get to make a not Pokemon game. You make it sound like they're locked in a basement and being forced to do nothing but make Pokemon games.
I mean, they
aren't
should
they?
be.
I mean, pretty much.
But yeah, no, that sounds pretty interesting, David. Tell me more.
So, I'm guessing I'm the only person here who has played Harmonite.
So this stars Dan Harmon?
No, but that would be really interesting if it did. It actually stars a little boy whose name is
Dan Harmon.
I think his name is Tempo, but you
That's fun.
can unlock other characters to play as. So the main character, he swings, his sword note,
Oh.
but you can also unlock a woman who's kind of like a Greek Amazon who has a lyre that she shoots arrows from. It's a very strange game, but like a lot of Game Freak's non-Pokemon game. So I guess the other 2 non-Pokemon Game Freak games, it's very colorful and it's very cartoony. And it's all kind of based around one mechanic hook, which is the rhythm, obviously. But no, it's a really fun game. And part of me really wanted to use some of the Pokemon remixes just to fuck with y'all, but I decided against it. I wanted to be fair. But yeah, it was a 3DS eShop game, and like I said, Game Freak makes really, really good games. They just usually are only allowed to make Pokemon games. So every time they make something different, I'm immediately ready to jump on it.
Yeah, this looks interesting. I'm definitely into. So it is a rhythm game.
It is, yes.
Yeah. I mean, you know me, man.
It's kind of like action. Sorry?
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say it's kind of like an action platform game because you're constantly running, attacking enemies, but it's predominantly a rhythm game because it's all to the music. And I remember the boss fights being kind of a pain in the ass because you're only given 3 or 4 hit points or tries to do it. So as you're going and trying to figure out the pattern, it would be easy to get hit and get fucked up. But I didn't mind that much because, again, it's so damn charming and colorful that I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of it, and it looks like something that would be up my alley. I love rhythm games. I love doing things to music. And I like, though, it's a Game Freak game, and they're making it known that hey, we work on Pokemon, because a lot of these screenshots I'm seeing have big Pikachu balloons in the background. And it's there were 5 or 6 bonus stages that were all Pokemon songs. And those bonus stages, they have I remember one of them was on a beach and they had a giant Pikachu made out of sand, in the background. They were oh no, this
this is what we work on normally, but we do other things. And the only reason I did say do. And the only reason that I didn't say all of the Pokemon tracks is because the other 2 or 3 that included were like champion battle and trainer battle. And it's like, yeah, that's probably going to give it away.
Maybe. Could be battling a different kind of trainer.
Yeah.
Could have been a fitness game. Could have been Wii Fit.
I was going to say, fucking...
your personal trainer.
Wii Fit Battle, which, now that I say that, is a game I want to play.
I mean, they made that fitness boxing, but that's not really the same.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You don't actually punch anybody, which is unfortunate. I mean, David, I overlooked this game the entire time that it existed. It kind of came and went and, fell under my radar. I was aware of the name Harmo Knight. I was aware of a well-regarded rhythm game on the 3DS. I was not aware that it was made by Game Freak or that it looks like a Cartoon Network cartoon, but this I could see the appeal of this. A little fun, simple rhythm action game with adorable characters and just Pokemon shit in the background. It's like, yeah, that's Game Freak using their time off in a good way. I like that. Good pick, David.
Yeah, and I'm excited to get this soundtrack onto the radio, which is in no way an influence for choosing this game, because it almost has kind of like, depending on the track, some of them are very rock heavy, some of them are, different genres, but overall it almost has kind of like a big band feel, because there's like a lot of trumpets and like heavy rhythm and all that, and it's a very happy soundtrack.
It's very horny soundtrack.
I mean, the thirst is real.
Yes, exactly. I'm not sure about which character I am speaking. No, I'm talking about the soundtrack, of course. Because, this is a game full of, adorable little characters and things. You don't get horny for things like that. Unless you're...
in our Discord.
Unless you're in our fucking Discord, in which case, good God.
Game 1.
Challenge accepted. We can get horny for anything. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't even want to know if this character's in the game or not. That's the sexiest octopus I've ever seen. What the fuck? David, does this game have a really sexy octopus in it?
Yes, and fuck. I believe one of the songs that I used was actually her battle theme.
Theme of sexy octopus.
Yeah.
Does this have a sexy octopus in it? Last I checked, John, all octopi are sexy.
I mean, yeah, I watched that Netflix documentary thing. You guys watched that where the guy basically just like marries the octopus?
No, I haven't seen that. It looks good.
Oh God. I heard about it, and as soon as I heard about it, I was not surprised it exists, but then I started drinking because it exists.
Exactly. No, I mean, it was a nice show. It's called like My Octopus Teacher. And let me tell you, man, this man is hot for teacher. This
it sounds like the name of an anime.
I know, but it's just an Australian man spooning an octopus a bunch. It's great.
That's not an octopus. This is an octopus.
Exactly. Yeah. After a while, who could say who was seducing who? Yeah, no, it's not as sexy as I'm describing it, but that man fell in love with that goddamn octopus. Just like I'm falling in love with this sexy. Why isn't this like, okay, so why do characters from Harmo Knight not bring their sexy asses over to Pokemon? Like, why have I not been able to catch Samba de Octopussy over here? What is this?
I mean, I have a counter argument to that, but I also don't want to show my hand, so I'm just going to say there are some Pokemon out there that, you don't have to search too deep to find some interesting images of.
Fair enough, David. Whatever Jinx fan art you have, please send it to everyone.
I mean, not Jinx, but I mean, like, if you look at Gardevoir or Lopunny or
stop
or Gothorita, like, people have done some things.
Mewtwo.
Oh yeah, Mewtwo.
People have done things with Mewtwo.
Miltank.
Wait, there's one that literally has the word taint in it?
No, Tank. Miltank.
Tank.
Oh, I was thinking of Mewtwo and his enormous taint.
No.
I mean, I'm sorry. There's a taint Pokemon now besides Mewtwo.
He's at least 65% taint.
Taint
I mean,
me.
I don't know if that's Mewtwo's taint or if that's Mewtwo's giant penis that he just kind of tucks behind.
Oh,
And
that's
whips people with it.
God.
You had to make it gross, huh, David?
Yeah, thanks.
You
Yeah,
were
jeez.
literally saying that Mewtwo was like 65% taint. How
Yeah,
is
but
gross
you don't
about a
have
taint?
sex with a taint.
Yeah, there's nothing sexual at all about a taint.
Have
That's
you
the
ever tried
point.
to stuff your taint into a vagina?
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
like
work
ramming
that
your dick
way.
into a wall, David.
Game
How did this turn
2.
into attacking me?
Told you were gonna bleed.
There's blood. All right, guys. So this game was initially announced in 2013, and despite a significant delay after its successful Kickstarter campaign, the ultimate game was considered by many reviewers to be a fairly worthy successor to its Sega Genesis series inspiration, right down to its alliterative title. right, a little behind the scenes. Johnny, how's that lag? Is this looking okay to you? How's
Yeah.
my talk?
Looking way better now.
All right, fantastic. All right, man. Great fucking game. Great tunes.
What's
What do you
the
guys,
trivia again?
Oh man, I can't say that trivia again. This is Grand Championship GTT. I shouldn't have to repeat things. This game was released after a lengthy delay from its successful Kickstarter campaign. And despite the delays, it was considered by many to be a worthy successor to the Sega Genesis series on which it was based, right down to its alliterative title.
Oh shit! I know what it. I forget what it's called.
Think alliteration, think games you loved on the Sega Genesis when you were a kid, and think about that game that I am hoping you've heard of that was made on Kickstarter a few years back.
That one game made on Kickstarter that was a
Mhm.
spiritual successor, because clearly there were only one.
That's why I went with the alliterative trivia too. It's like, well, I can't just do it about a successful Kickstarter because, good God, Jessie has a fantastic guess in Soul Seraph. That is alliterative. John, what's wrong with you? You wrote Bubsy 5. That's not even close to correct.
Sorry, I meant
No,
to write
this-
Bubsy X5 is just Bubsy for the game title.
Exactly. Look at it this way. Who's the 5 best mascots of all time? Bubsy, and Bubsy. No. This is it's a pretty cool little racing game. Racing motorcycles cross country. Maybe now you're figuring out what it's based on.
Road Redemption.
It's Road Redemption.
Shit. The other one.
My God. I can't believe that you only got it once I started giving you those extra clues.
I like the fact too that this is like the GTT champion between the two like kings, and so far 2 games in, it's nothing but 0-0.
Hey, David, where's your belt?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have a belt. I have a
well,
crown.
then shut
I have
up.
a crown 3 times over.
Real easy to talk shit from behind the desk. My goodness. You know, these men are in the ring, David, competing week in and week out. You know, holding championships, and in Johnny's case, running soundboards. And you got the gall to call them out on getting games wrong. When if we look at our stats page, which I've kept up throughout the history of the show, our guessing average is not fantastic, guys. That's the we're not as good as we think we are sound.
I didn't realize that was a sound effect for anything, but somehow that is the perfect sound to play at this exact moment.
Thank you, Pepsi Man, for saving us from this discussion of how bad we are at guessing video game music. I would like a Pepsi. In reality, I was hoping to talk about Road Redemption. Jessie, did you play Road Redemption?
No, I haven't. But I
Is
heard
it on
it's
Game
pretty
Pass? Seems like it would be on Game Pass.
good. No, it's not.
Shit. Yeah, I was kind of counting on that. I was counting on this being like front and center on Game Pass. And you would have taken a look at this and been like, man, that was like a motorcycle combat game for the Xbox. 2 R's. Why? This couldn't be a spiritual successor to Road Rash, could it? I better check this out.
It's only $8 on Steam.
Man, that's what's fucked up, man. I need a better computer because I was looking at this. I'm like, man, this shit's $20 in the Switch eShop, and I ain't got that on Road Redemption. But $8 on Steam sounds way more appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaming on PC rules, man. Like it's
Dude,
everything's
my
on
PC
sale all the time. It's really bananas.
I know, but my PC's like falling apart in my fucking hands. Like I can barely do this show. So probably not a good idea for me to start downloading games on it. Anyway, this game does look...
because this show really doesn't require a lot.
David, are you not constantly contacting your computer during the show? I'm like shaking my shit around, and I've heard your recordings. You type vigorously during the show. Does your computer not have a hard outer casing to prevent fall apart?
I mean, no, because it's under my desk, so my foot keeps it closed, and my rigorous typing is I need a stealth keyboard.
Right. Bingo. Johnny,
And keeping
silent
up with
people.
our fans in the Discord. Shout out to our Discord fans. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us.
What a Discord it is. Stop making David horny. We're trying to talk about a motorcycle combat game, people. Yeah, I would like to play this game at some point. Johnny, buy me a new PC and then give me $8, 8 Steam bucks, please.
Okay.
And then I'll play it. Because I'm certainly not going to pay 20 on Switch. What are you, man? But this game does look dope. It looks like a current gen-ish like Road Rash game that you play online. Apparently, it's very violent. They I don't remember. I guess was Road Rash existed after the creation of the ESRB. Did they give that an M or anything? Like, was anything particularly like grisly about Road Rash?
I mean, you could beat up cops, which
Word.
you think
So
that
E
was-
for everyone.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm looking up the ESRB rating now. I think that the first one probably predates the ESRB.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember being fairly violent. Like there wasn't like blood or giblets or anything like that. It was just yeah.
I like how instead of blood and gore or blood and guts, you immediately jump to giblets.
Well, that's what they were called.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, the Road Redemption does look pretty sweet. The videos I've seen of it looks pretty satisfying to really club somebody like off of a motorcycle.
Oh,
Hit them
yeah.
with like a spiked fucking bat and send them skidding on the pavement and they leave like blood streaks. It's like, oh shit, yeah. Somebody grew up playing Road Rash and filled in the gaps themselves and made this game. Good idea.
Did they get Rob Hubbard to do the soundtrack?
I wish they had. They did not, and I think it's kind
I'm
of
out.
a damn shame. Like, did that sound like Rob Hubbard to you?
Not really, no.
Yeah. Do I know who did the soundtrack? No. Is it
Not
easy to
Rob
find the soundtrack? Not a high quality one. So no. All the soundtracks that I have for this game credit the YouTube uploader, which was not the guy that composed the game.
Dob Hubbard.
Yes. Road Hubbard. No. But yeah, no, it's got a good rockin' soundtrack. It's got some fun like driving tunes. It's got, I guess, like I don't know if it's really a story mode, but it's got like a cross country mode where just I guess that's the overarching story of the game. You're riding your motorcycle cross country and fighting against different gangs and outrunning the cops, and it looks really cool. It's got online multiplayer, I think, for like 8 or more players. It looks fast, it looks violent, it looks fun. Like it seems like a good like modern take on Road Rash. I'm glad that it was made. I really thought this would have crossed you guys' paths a while back, because like they fucking kickstarted this bitch in like 2013, announced it for like PS4, Xbox One, Wii U in 2014, and then like as of 2016 they were doing updates. It's like, we're not sure if we're going to put the game out on Wii U. Like it's the Wii U might be dead. We don't really know. And so then it ultimately came out like I think 2017, 2018, and it was on those consoles and Switch. So a long gestating game through Kickstarter. And I was reading the wiki. Apparently, it fell short of its Oculus Rift mode. I'm like, I don't want to play Road Rash in VR. Are you insane?
Well, I do. That sounds awesome. Oh my god!
How would you possibly play that? How could this developer think that they were going to make an indie Road Rash that would translate well to VR?
Okay, so the first thing you do is get a stationary bike. Okay, then you
put a motor on it.
You put on some motor for the sound. And you also put on some shocks on the sides or whatever, and get rid of the original stains so that you can lean it.
Right.
Yeah. Loosen up the handlebars. You got a homemade VR motorcycle game.
How though do all those things go into the control of it? Like, you're just talking about a large chair to sit on to play the game. How does the Oculus Rift realize what you're doing?
Well, the Oculus Rift can tell where you are in the room, what your hands are doing, so it could detect if you were leaning on a motorcycle based on where your hands are going.
Stationary and you're just doing this the whole time.
Yeah,
I'm sure the Oculus would know what to do.
Yeah.
But then how do you simulate the violence? You call me up, and I come over and I just punch you in the fucking head for doing this.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. I can't tell what's going on in the game, but I feel like if you're wearing a VR helmet and riding a stationary bike inside your house, I should punch you in the head.
It's the whole cottage industry would pop up overnight for people that come into your basement where you're playing your VR games and beat you up.
Get road redeemed. It's gonna be real good. I've long been a believer of anytime you see someone playing a VR game, punch him in the fucking head. That's just my thoughts on the matter. I can't bring myself to put one of those things on because I'm worried I'm going to get punched in the head. Why wouldn't I? I can't see anything.
The few times I've played VR, I've definitely like run into walls.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's really easy to like forget where you are and lose all sense of
At
space.
full speed.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be moving that fast, John. You should realize it's a game and not run straight into the wall. This racing game is amazing. Ow! Oh, terrible mistake. But yeah, so no, this game doesn't support Oculus Rift, fortunately. It's just a fun road rash game. There's not really much more to say about it. Fun soundtrack. I thought maybe you guys would know this one. David is so disappointed in both of you. He's really upset that he's not challenging for the title right now. It's oh man,
I totally would have gotten this after like 3 notes of the first song.
Exactly. The Mad King, David Fleming, sitting there at the commentary desk, just seething.
Sad King.
Oh, damn.
Jesse, if you win, you're on track to be challenged immediately after. So I'd watch what you say.
Got to win a show to challenge for the title, baby. That's the new rules that we're making up as we go along. God, I love this show now.
Game 3.
Yeah, we don't do segues.
I love running segues.
Shut up.
Cool. Is that it?
Yep.
Cool. Man, so this game, what a game it is. It was originally announced as an exclusive for a certain console, but was delayed several months after that console was thought to be underperforming, much to the dismay of many fans of its original console. Oh, yeah. Should be feeling good after that. Oh, what do you know? They both got it right. They both said Rayman Legends. Hell yeah. This is our fan request. Thank you so much, Mork, for this request. An excellent request. I got to say, man, fuck Ubisoft. What is wrong with them? Not even gonna sugarcoat it, baby. What the fuck were they thinking, man? They had a fun game that made everybody maybe want to try out a Wii U, and they're like, maybe we shouldn't put it out in the launch window. You know why? Because our other game didn't do well. Newsflash, Ubisoft. Zombie U sucked. Rayman Legends didn't suck, but you guys suck for not releasing it exclusively for the Wii U. What the fuck, man? You know, what are we, the early adopters of the Wii U, supposed to be playing? David, what did you play instead of Rayman Legends?
Nintendo Land?
Mm-hmm.
And also, I feel like piggybacking off of your fuck Ubisoft comment, if I recall correctly, in the same interview where they were talking about like delaying this game and not sure about releasing it on the Wii U, they mentioned that they had like 3, maybe even 5 games ready for the Wii U that they just did not release because they thought like, oh, well, the sales aren't there. Like, but you realize if the game's completed and you're not releasing it, you're losing all the money.
Right, yeah, you can't be selling it if you don't put it out there. Like, if the game is good and people like it and continue to buy the system, then they'll buy the game, presumably. Works with first-party Nintendo games, which Rayman Legends was practically going to be for Wii U. But, hey, what do I know? I just played the demo and thought it was really cool and was looking forward to it. I even played the stupid fucking challenge mode they put out. Do you remember that, David?
No.
They put out to, satisfy guys like me who had bought the Wii U and were about to burn down Ubisoft for not releasing the game. They put out like Rayman Legends challenge days, and it was a downloadable like app with, essentially a demo, but it had like daily challenges. You could do a different like platforming or like, a race to the finish level each day. and like compete in online leaderboards in like a few Rayman Legends levels. And I'm like, this game's charming as shit, and I like it. I'm not gonna buy this when it comes out though. Fuck y'all. What the fuck, man? You stabbed my boy Nintendo in the back. You know, fucking hope you like it that Shiggy's at home right now crying like a little girl.
I mean, are we allowed to use like personifications of different countries as negative stereotypes on the show?
Oh no, David. I don't know.
It depends on the country.
And how
I mean,
negative, like how hard are you going in on Ubisoft?
What the hell, David?
Are we honestly surprised that the French company just immediately surrendered at the first sign of trouble?
Oh!
Hot take.
I mean, no.
Is that a hot take? I mean, like anything post the Napoleonic Wars of the 1800s?
It's a well-known national stereotype. Yeah. Great job, David. Way to bring it onto the show. Oh,
that's
shit.
right. We're bringing history memes on to Game That Tune.
No, Johnny, can you French that laugh up a little bit? Thank you. God, would it kill you to wear a beret from time to time?
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu, the Wii U sales are terrible.
See, I just want to point out
That's
everything that y'all have been doing is so more offensive than what I said.
We must sell Rayman Legends. My kids need wine.
Oh, speaking French?
I feel like John's French accent could also be an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
No, his voice comes way more from the back of the
Just a
throat.
little growlier.
That's what makes it a little more Austrian. My kids need wine. It's it's not French, John. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Austrian, you racist.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I just had to see if the delay was working.
Yeah, now it
They look
better
good
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Rayman Legends, man, I wanted to play it and I wanted to like it, but I wasn't going to fucking support them after they made the decision. And so which came first? The lack of support or the bad sales for the game, you know? Like was this destined to fail? Or did it fail because they fucking, fuck guys like me over? I don't know.
Was it destined to fail or was it failed to Destin?
Bingo.
Like Destin, Florida?
Exactly. They got a timeshare, this stupid ass game. But yeah, and I just don't understand taking a Wii U exclusive made with the Wii U in mind, like in that silly ass gamepad controller, and porting it to other systems. Like, I also played a little bit of it, like the demo or whatever, on PlayStation 3 or 4 or whatever, and it's like, so the touchscreen thing that used to be like, it used to be you could play like asymmetrically, you could play, or like two players could play, and you could be doing these challenge levels and running using one controller, and the person with the touchscreen could like flick and open doors or like stop things from falling, make the level a little easier, help you out, cut ropes and stuff. And then like the PlayStation mode, they added it to where like all that stuff, it's like you could just press a button and it was like an action button that did whatever was supposed to happen there. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like that's lame, real lame. And just it's like I'm sure. How much do you think they added to like the development cost trying to make it for these other systems as opposed to just releasing it for the Wii U and moving on to something else? I mean, what the fuck? And also, though, partial credit goes to Microsoft. Apparently, they had a fucked up policy that I had forgotten about. This like launch parity clause they had. Do you guys know about this? This is some fucking gaming inside baseball shit. For a while there, Microsoft had a rule where if you were going to release a game for their system, it had to come out either exclusively on Xbox first, or it had to launch at the same time as the other system. So when Ubisoft got spooked on the Wii U, and they were like, "Well, we should make it for Xbox," they're like, "Well, you can't release it on Wii U and then release it on Xbox. We don't take sloppy seconds." And it's like, well, fuck Microsoft too. What's wrong with you guys? Like, it's I don't know. It was strange. Fuck Microsoft, fuck Ubisoft, fuck all these soft companies. I can't think of another one offhand. Neversoft. with your Tony Hawk games and your dick puns. Yeah, fuck you too. God, I'm getting heated.
This is a hell of a moment to just realize that Neversoft is a dick pun.
You just got that?
Oh wow!
I did. I literally I always thought of it as never software, two separate words, but never
Never
all right,
soft.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
David is learning things on Game That Tune.
That's okay. And yeah, I would say fuck Squaresoft, but they wisely dropped the soft from the company. There's Square Enix now, so they avoid my wrath in this episode. But yeah, man, it I don't know. It was just a shitty situation because the game looks charming as shit, and I played the demo levels and things. I'm like, man, this is gonna be cool. And then I didn't play it. And now apparently the Rayman series just kind of doesn't really go anywhere anymore. This was the last true Rayman entry. Apparently, now they just make mobile games, and they released a definitive edition of this for Switch. But Rayman's kind of finished. I guess the producer or the director of the series was like, oh yeah, Rayman will come back after I make a couple of different games. And then he retired from game making. It's like, I think Rayman's finished. So.
Well, also, everybody was really hoping Ubisoft would get their shit together and, maybe Rayman will be in Smash. Yeah, we'll see more games. And then there was rampant discussion of, harassment within Ubisoft, higher-ups. And, yeah, Ubisoft is kind of done right now.
Yeah, so I feel confident in my tone for this segment. Fuck Ubisoft. You're lucky you make the Assassin's Creed games, because I'm trying to think of something else worthwhile that you do, and I ain't coming up with much there, you bastards.
Frog-leg eating French people, cheese-eating surrender monkeys. There you go.
I love frog
Say
legs.
it, John. Yeah, commit. What is wrong with you? Frog-leg eating French people. God. Do you get all your racism from Nickelodeon? What was that?
Old Simpsons mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, we were sitting here talking about negative business policies, and then you jump in with frog eating. Let's not be racist here, John.
Yeah.
I once did say the phrase. I said the phrase "cheese eating surrender monkeys," at a dinner in Paris, and it really didn't go well. I do not recommend doing that.
I can't imagine why.
Well, I mean, how can a dinner in Paris go well at all? I mean, seriously, the waiters, the maitre d', the entire fucking staff, they're just going to snoot you into fucking, oblivion. And then, so yeah, you were right to say cheese eating surrender monkeys, because they probably came out and handed you some cheese and some wine and a cigarette and put on some fucking, what's the comedian's name? Jerry Lewis movies. And you're what is happening in this fucking country?
They don't have free refills, right? I mean, that's insane.
That's wild.
Insane.
I think literally the only phrase you could have said that would have gotten a worse reaction in Paris, France would have been Ich bin ein Berliner.
Yes. Damn. David's going there. No one hated the French more than the Nazis. So yeah, John, next time you're in France, don't say any of the things we're talking about right now. But it's okay, because we can never go to France again because we're Americans. But anyway, fuck Ubisoft. Rayman Legends, Rayman, kind of cool. Love the art, love the tunes. The platforming gameplay is fun. The collecting the little floating lum things. I mean, there was inventive and fun stuff. Those rhythm levels with those obnoxious covers.
That was
Johnny,
my favorite part.
Do you know the rest of the other covers that are in this game?
Oh, well, not off the top of my head. I know I saw some videos a while ago, but I'm drawing a blank now.
There's definitely an Eye of the Tiger level. There's another one that I can't think of, but the other one that I'm definitely thinking of is Glue Glue, which is the song Woohoo by the 567-8s. It's the song from Kill Bill by the Japanese pop
I know
rock
the
band.
567-8s, John. You don't have to explain that to me.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. So there's a Rayman cover of that's obnoxiously fun that I didn't use tonight because it's obnoxious more so than it is fun. But still, there's a lot of obnoxious fun in this game. What a game. What a fun time I wish I had playing this game, but nope. I got principles, baby. I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice.
But I won't get
fooled
fooled again.
Game
So-
4.
Hey, Johnny, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, trivia for this game. This is the first game released by this company after closing their. This is the first game released by this company to be ported to another console. right, Jesse seems to be locked and loaded into his answer. Does Johnny have his answer?
My God.
All right, Johnny has a penis, and Jesse has the correct answer. This is Choo Choo Rocket.
Son of a bitch! I haven't used Choo Choo Rocket on the show before. Oh my god!
So,
I honestly
almost...
really thought you had used Choo Choo Rocket. I really thought I fucked up the spreadsheet on this one, but no. According to the records, you have not used Choo Choo Rocket. I want that to go on record. Apparently, here it is.
Fuck.
I thought I had used Choo Choo Rocket.
Yeah, that too.
And also, I almost gave away the trivia because as the trivia begins, like, after closing their hardware development, it's like, wait, no, I probably shouldn't say that.
I mean, I made a bunch of fucking not very veiled references to, I don't know, hardware exclusivity and shit. David, we're not trying to make this too hard tonight.
Well, I figured playing Choo Choo Rocket music would be fairly easy for both of these people.
Man.
Apparently, I was in error.
No, it was, but I was like, no, it can't be Choo Choo Rocket. I've used this. I know I've used this. I haven't.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Control F that sheet,
This sounds
John.
like
Big
Choo
mistake.
Choo Rocket music, but...
So anyway, David, make Johnny tell us about Choo Choo Rocket.
Johnny, tell us about Choo Choo Rocket.
So yeah, Choo Choo Rocket is a puzzle game about you're trying to help mice get into rockets while cats try to eat the mice, if I remember this correctly.
You don't, John.
Oh.
Creatures are called choo-choos.
Oh, sorry, choo-choos.
And they're trying to avoid kapu-kapus.
Choo-choo Sonic Warrior.
But, I mean, do you know what chew is? Like,
I'll bet
chew
you
is
it's Japanese for
Charleston
mouse.
No, chew is the onomatopoeia for a mouse. Like,
Hey.
in America, mice squeak, but in Japan, mice chew.
Oh.
So,
choo-choo. So yeah, and I remember the game being like the overall idea is that you place arrows on a board and direct mice where to go, and you can, there's multiple streams of mice coming in, and everyone's trying to get the most mice into their rockets, and so you can like drop arrows in front of your opponent's mice and make them start coming into your rocket, that kind of thing, or you could try to direct cats into your opponent's area to eat the mice. Am I remembering this right? This is all off the top of my head right now. It's been a while since I've played Choo Choo Rocket.
no, you're correct. That's what Choo Choo Rocket is. Like, it was a puzzle game. It got ported. It was the first Sega game to be ported to a new console. It was ported to the Game Boy Advance because the Dreamcast and the Game Boy Advance, very similar systems.
I would be pretty insulted if the Game Boy Advance was like a pixel perfect port of the Dreamcast version. Like, son of a bitch.
Mean, it's not bad. But also, Choo Choo Rocket didn't really use the Dreamcast hardware to its fullest. Like, graphically, it was a pretty simple game. Like, yeah, it's basically just a giant square divided in 4, and you're placing arrows to guide little mice sprites into rockets. So, but for some reason they never explain where those rockets are going.
I assume to the moon, or because the moon's made out of cheese.
John, the moon is not made out of cheese. It is made out of lunar rocks that were brought back by actors because we never made it to the moon. But they created rocks in the Nevada desert and then transported them back.
It's true.
Game that conspiracy.
Oh man, that'd be a good Patreon show.
Can
Can we talk
Actually,
about I really want to talk about how like Yuri, what's his name, wasn't like the actual first cosmonaut in space, and that like the Russians have like tapes of like cosmonauts like talking, and there's like weird like sounds going on, and then they just never like heard of them again. They never came back home, or they just got these weird transmissions that sound terrifying.
You heard about those weird transmissions that came from outer space, and when we decoded them, they were in the shape of a swastika, right?
Oh no, that sounds crazy.
Whoa.
It was
Jeez.
wild because that was like the first radio signal that was beamed into space that would be able to be bounced back by like an extraterrestrial life form. So yeah, when they tried to respond to us and we decoded it, it was in the shape of a swastika.
Oh man.
Oops.
My favorite conspiracy theory is the moon landing was faked, but we did actually land on the moon. We just
film it.
We couldn't use any of the film footage from the lunar surface because that shows the society of aliens that live on the moon. So once we got back, we had to fake a moon landing.
So we signed like an NDA for the moon.
Basically, like we got there and saw like all of these buildings and other beings like living on the moon. Like, well, fuck, we can't show them that. Somebody go to Arizona and fake this.
Good call. Yeah, nobody can realize there's desirable real estate on the moon.
I
We're
have
only
the
just
same
now
thing.
discovering that there's water on the moon. What the fuck?
My favorite conspiracy is when you go to restaurants and you notice that the bowl is actually like concave, and that means that you get less soup in your bowl. Like that's such a scam, such a conspiracy. I don't understand why that's not blown up. Have you guys never had that happen to you?
Let's sit here and discuss all of our conspiracies about space travel. Yeah, you know what's bullshit? Concave soup bowls.
Yeah,
I mean,
thanks, Johnny.
That's Johnny's
Way
world,
to contribute
man.
to the conversation.
He's worried about this soup. Yeah, not so much the flat Earth or the fake moon landing or the lizard people, but Johnny wants to know why he didn't get more soup at his Olive
Where
Garden
is the
lunch.
extra 20% of my soup?
I can't ask for more soup. It's unlimited salad and breadsticks, not the, oh, I can ask for more soup? Conspiracy theory averted.
Soupanon.
Ay, Jesus. Anyway, so yeah, I thought we were talking Choo Choo Rocket. I love that my ears only perked up when we started talking about conspiracy theories.
But yeah, so the reason the choo-choos are trying to get in the rockets is so they can drop chemtrails on everybody, right? That's the idea of the game here.
See, Regan, you're all puff nose stuff, man. There's nothing to back up these fucking conspiracies of yours. Chemtrails, come on, man. Not from the choo-choos.
Petition to make the episode title Choo Choo Chemtrails.
Choo Choo Chemtrail Warrior. Oh God. What a game. What a conversation it's inspired.
I mean, it's a really fun game. It's a unique puzzle game, and the game does have challenge modes, but I mean, most people remember it as a 4-player multiplayer game because this was on the Dreamcast like in the late 90s, early 2000s. So 4-player multiplayer was all the rage.
And so the multiplayer would clearly get like hectic. Like I remember watching videos of this. Obviously, I never played this, but like the function of the game, I'm trying to think of anything to equate it to, but I can't really explain it. But you're trying to lead the mice towards your rocket. You can lay down little arrows to direct them, and so you guys are basically the multiplayer is you guys fighting to put down the arrows to make the mice go into your own rockets. And I believe there's a roulette wheel involved, maybe that like throws different situations onto the board. Am I misremembering that?
No, there is. There's like a random element. I forget what triggers it, but doing so will like get extra mice or extra cats or extra choo-choos and extra kapus.
Yes.
And like various other effects. I know you can like randomly switch places with everybody on the board. So if you have everything,
like all the rockets switch place, or like the stream of choo-choos just gets insane, like where it used to be one at a time coming out, and suddenly it's like a frenzy. It's pretty cool, and it seems like the kind of thing that like to somebody just watching it, it's utterly confusing, and then it seems like you play a few good matches of that, and you probably get it like down pretty good, you know? And then it just becomes this hectic 4-player fuck over puzzle game. And it's like, yeah, I appreciate that. I like that.
I mean, fuck over puzzle games are the best puzzle games.
Yeah, but see, and that's the thing. This one's like a fuck over puzzle game. It's not like, like Tetris Attack is a fuck over puzzle game where you like dump garbage on your other, competitors. You're all on the same board, and it's like, no, my arrow goes there, and you guys can just like fight amongst yourselves to put your arrows down, and meanwhile, like the other guys are just like quietly racking up all the choo-choos. It seems like a fun little game. I think it. I don't know why this is re-released on every console, after the Dreamcast, because it's just like, yeah, this is fun and 4 players and crazy. Like, this should be a downloadable game on, like, everything. Simple, deceptively simple, and fun for 4 players. Come on.
I believe it was also the first console game with an online multiplayer.
Really?
Possibly. There may have been something before this, but I know that when the Dreamcast came out, it came with the 56K modem, and this was like, I think, at least the first Dreamcast game that could use it.
I mean,
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
To be fair, Johnny, it might be. I'll just have to fact check real quick. Hey, Johnny, was this the first online Dreamcast game?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That doesn't make any sense, John, because I definitely remember playing Mario Kart 64 online with my Nintendo with the 56K modem. Like, it was the Nintendo 56. That's why they called it that. Am I getting my wires crossed? Is that not a thing?
It should be.
It was the Nintendo 64 56. That was the peripheral. The expansion modem.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
so the 56 was, a little too slow. You had to get the ISD online to get the full 64K for your Nintendo 64.
Ah, okay. Maybe I'm thinking of what was it? N64DD DSL? No, I don't think this exists. I think Choo Choo Rocket must be the first online multiplayer game on a console. Not ever.
I was like, whoa,
not even close.
I was very upset because in Sonic and All-Stars Racing, the first one, you could unlock the choo-choos, and it was all 4 of them piloting a rocket ship, which was really fun. And then when Transformed came out, they removed them. They weren't in the game. It's like, oh, man, I loved playing as the choo-choos. They're like All-Star mode was all of a sudden they jumped on the giant cat, and the cat would just chase around eating people on the track. It was fucking dope.
I like it. Sega with their ability to make deep pulls, I don't know, 8-9 years ago. Where'd that company go? Make more shit like that, Sega. What the fuck?
Sega Smash Brothers, make it happen.
God,
We've discussed this.
Imagine playing as like the choo-choos and they're like the ice climbers. It'd be good, man. I'm not sure why, but it would be good.
Oh, it'd be great.
Or maybe it would be like Olimar. You would just play as the cat and he would throw choo-choos at you.
Game 5.
John is pointing at me, but he's drinking a beer. I think he wants to say that's a good idea.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway. We are actually on game 5.
What were you going to say, John?
Nothing. I have nothing left to say. It just didn't feel like a good segue.
We never have those. At least not tonight.
Usually a little more closure than that, John. We're talking about one of your favorite online games of all time, Choo Choo Rocket. I need your final thoughts.
Game 5.
Why didn't you get it right? All right, guys. So this game is one of the earliest real-time strategy games. In fact, it's often credited with creating the foundations of the real-time strategy and the MOBA genres as we know them today. All right, guys, if you didn't know the game, maybe that soundtrack will clue you in. Maybe you would know like a composer or a publisher to Google on that one. You know, we're 220-something episodes in the game, that tune. You didn't need to do that. Oh, I can't believe it. Both of you guys got it right. It's Herzog's Why.
Bless you.
Thank you, sir. I really need to have that looked at. Man, what a game with a weird title, Herzog's Why. Why would you call a game Herzog's Why?
I always get confused with
Herzog's Why Not?
Johnny, calculating computer, the show is over. God, he's right. I have no legs left to stand on. Jesus.
I always think this game has something to do with Werner Herzog, and it absolutely does not.
Can you do the rest of the discussion doing a Werner Herzog voice?
No.
No, of course not.
Thank you for not even attempting.
Like,
Can
I
we
would
get
just say I
Paul F.
want to
Tompkins
see
on the show to do his Werner Herzog?
I would just say I want to see the child again and again, and that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. I assume that's a reference to a popular TV series I watched 3 episodes of.
No.
Yeah. Nothing to do with it's not Werner's Why. It's Herzog's Why. I'm just gonna say it as many times as I can because it's such a silly title. It's the sequel to the game Herzog. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you haven't, because who the fuck has heard of it? But the game seems pretty cool, man. Early Sega game, obviously, released in 1990. Jesse, you're more of the Sega legend. This game doesn't feature Sonic, so I don't anticipate Johnny having played it. Did you play a little Herzog's Why there, Jesse?
Yeah, a little bit. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can, you fly around on like a plane, but you can transform into a robot. and then like there's like little things you go to like make like tanks and stuff to like set up on the map. And yeah, like you said, it's a real-time strategy kind of game. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems cool. Like seems like old real-time strategy games. Then I guess there weren't a whole lot of them. I guess a lot of the strategy games were like turn-based strategy. You had your Shining Force and things like that, which are more like playing on a chessboard. Yeah, I guess Fire Emblem was around for the Famicom at this time. But yeah, like this, it's like, all right, let's take the top-down shooting of a Thunder Force and add in like some strategy elements and things. It's not like not scrolling or anything. You just fly around and bomb bases and move things around. Seems super cool. And it's published by Technosoft, and it's got that sick Tomomi Otani soundtrack. It sounds like a Thunder Force game and plays like a strategy game. Like, yep, I like that. That's why I had to include it. Like, it's a bonus that both of you guys happen to get it right, because I just wanted to play the good Sega tunes.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those tracks. Oh, man.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, that old Technosoft Tomomi Otani sound is fucking
So
fantastic.
fucking good.
Yeah, like, why didn't Thunder Force keep being a thing just on strength of soundtrack alone? Like,
I feel like not a lot of games do that.
Hot take in Game That Tune episode 223. Not many games survive solely on strength of soundtrack. It's true. You have to freshen things up in other ways besides the soundtrack. But it's a bopping fucking soundtrack and a cool game. I mean, I really don't know what else to say about it, because I don't know a fucking thing about it besides the fact that it's got a very odd name. I remember getting this as a request like way, way, way back. I'm talking like episode 2 or 3 of Game That Tune. Like, we put out a random Twitter poll, and some guy just responded like, "Yeah, can't go wrong with Herzog's Why." I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Obviously.
All right, you fucking Twitter person. You trolling me or something? What is this?
What did he say about my mom? I don't understand this at all.
Yeah.
Herzog's Why? Hardly know her.
I was trying to think of a way to make that another joke, but nope, can't. Because the name's too weird. It's not pun worthy. It's just weird. Jessie took the best Zwei pun right off the board at the beginning. Zwei so serious is all I have left in my back pocket.
Okay.
David, would you play a real-time strategy game where you're the Joker flying around in a mech suit called Zwei So Serious?
Yeah.
I can literally think of no other idea that appeals to me less than a Joker real-time strategy game.
Real-time strategy game starring mech Joker. Oh, that's why I'm trying to pitch it to you, man. I want you to broaden your horizons a little bit. I want you to try a strategy game. I really want you to check out this character.
But, hey,
I think you might like him. He's called the Joker.
It's the Joker from '66 Batman, though.
Ooh.
Okay, now we're talking.
Even better.
Romero Zwei. Oh, God. Actually, that sounds really good. They should have made a Batman 66 game set in the Herzog Zweiverse. God, that would have been good. What happened to the Herzog Zweiverse?
Starring Adam West.
Yes. Oh, God. That needs to be a thing.
God.
Adam West should have been in games, damn it. As it stands, I think he's only in those Family Guy games, so damn. That's the only ones that got Adam West. But you can see us circling the drain here, people. I have nothing to say about Herzog's Why. I was hoping that Jessie would be able to expand on it. I didn't expect much from Johnny. I'm surprised he got it right.
So am I.
I mean, there's not a lot to talk. You fly around, you turn into a robot, you make troops. I mean,
I honestly think we might have covered all of it, without having played it. Like, fly around, Technosoft soundtrack, early Genesis, real-time strategy. Apparently, I guess people also want to lump MOBA into that, I guess, because you could play multiplayer, you could do a split-screen thing.
I have a question.
Oh.
What is MOBA? That's a
Was
phrase
it
I've heard. I don't know what it means.
multiplayer online
Battle Arena.
battle arena? Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
so like, is Warcraft 2 a MOBA?
No,
No, it's a
but
real-time strategy game.
but Dota, if you've heard of Dota, Defense of the Ancients, that's
Yeah,
a
like,
MOBA.
Isn't that just like Warcraft 3 mod?
Yeah, it was a Warcraft 3 mod,
Okay.
but then people Steam, I think Valve actually bought the name Dota, so they started, they did that. Then like League of Legends came out, and
Yep.
there was one Heroes of Newark. There's so many MOBAs out there. It's like
Yeah,
a
a lot
big
of
deal.
MOBAs. Yeah, I was gonna say here, League of Legends is the big one, and I think Blizzard made one called Heroes of the Storm, which I hear talked about every now and then.
Aren't those all
'cause
just like Warcraft clones? Like, I don't understand.
No. What it is?
Yeah, but they're
is-
not strategy games; they're MOBAs.
So it's like you play as a single hero unit,
Okay.
and that's like the trick. And the hero units level up as you play, and you get more like abilities and stuff. And so it's usually like 6-on-6. So like 6 people are playing 6 different hero units going up against 6 other players, and there's like strategy, and I think you're supposed to yell at your teammates a lot. Say that they're garbage and trash, and that you're gonna fuck their mothers.
If Twitch is any indication, they're to be taken very seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Johnny, you should check out Heroes of the Storm. 1, because you've never heard of what a MOBA is, but 2, it's a crossover between Warcraft and StarCraft and Diablo in one big old MOBA. So it seems like a good entry-level MOBA for you.
Yeah, it's very user-friendly.
If not that, try Herzog Zwei. Yeah. Not ready for Heroes of the Storm? Maybe you're ready for Herzog Zwei. That's my recommendation as someone who plays neither Genesis games nor MOBAs.
Calculating computer activated.
Like that.
Computers. Beeps.
Space!
Boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is Jessie Moore.
That's right. And still champion, Jessie Moore, reigning supreme on Game That Tune. Congratulations, Jessie.
Thank you.
This challenge was never to be taken seriously, and yet it turned out to be a pretty good game, a hard-fought challenge for you.
Yeah, it was battle to the end, battered and bloodied, and came out on top.
Good. And listen to that excitement. Oh, man.
That was close. I held my own for once, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
But then your
insane.
dick got in the way.
Yeah.
It's insane. The crowd is going wild, cheering for Jessie. All right, Jessie! Woo! Let's go!
Oh, man, we really should pipe in some fake crowd noise like all the NFL teams are doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's spooky watching football right now, so let's make Game That Tune weird, too.
Can we
We
get
need
people
a-
to pay for cardboard cutouts to put behind us? Because I'll take your cardboard cutout for $100. Sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We need the GTT Thunderdome.
Oh man, yeah, God, can we, how much does it cost to set up like, I don't know, 50, 60 webcams behind each of us? And yeah, oh man.
Oh,
Get
I
all
figured
the
I'd ask,
fans.
how much is it to build a Thunderdome?
If you know what he's talking about, then yeah, same difference. Johnny, do we have Patreon money to build the GTT Thunderdome?
Yeah. I don't know off the top of my head what our actual amount is, but I'm going to say no before. I
Okay,
look
Johnny,
it up.
actually, how about this? Do we have money for a bunch of green screen fabric, and then you program a virtual Thunderdome in which all of our viewers can log onto their webcams and be displayed behind us cheering at all times? He can do it. That's why he's exhausted. Look at that face. He thinks he can pull it off.
I'm trying to rebuild the chatbot.
One thing at a time, baby.
There's so
First,
many things.
fresh GTT radio chatbot. Next, GTT Thunderdome. We can do it, guys. Johnny can't deny it. Ungoddamn deniable. It's not like you have a championship reign to lord over. So congratulations, Jessie. You've won the episode. You retain the belt, and you get to pick a theme for next week's show.
I mean, fuck it. We were talking about it before the show. Let's do fucking fat games.
Yeah!
Games
Games
with fat characters in it.
Fat characters. Oh, Jesse, I love that pick. It's gonna be good, man. Let's put it all out there. Fat. For once, trolling Game That Tune has paid off. Shout out to our YouTube troll who called me a fat fuck last week. And, it's working for you, baby. We're doing an episode all about fat characters. So I
just
like
want to
it.
take this moment to say that we are not going to reward trolls moving forward. So please don't take this as like permission to just sign into our chats and flame us and tell us how horrible we are.
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure God's punishing that user. He called me fat and his country is being hit by the largest typhoon in history. So you can go fuck yourself. That's what you get for calling me fat. But it's going to be a great show next week because fat characters are cool. We're not going to be fat shaming. We're going to be fat celebrating. It's going to be like that show on Hulu with the chick from SNL. It's going to be hot.
Can I use that song to ROM hack about where all the rings are turned into onion rings?
God, no,
John,
that's
you
a
can't.
good one.
I literally said we're not fat shaming. We're not doing that fucked up game. The fact that it exists is fucked up enough, and that I know that it exists because of you. It's extra fucked. And no, you can upload that and like share it with everybody, but do not feature music from that. We don't do any ROM hacks on the show, especially not tasteless onion ring based ROM hacks.
Plus, all the music in that is just Sonic 2.
I know that's the joke, John. Jesus. Oh, man. Anyway, great show tonight, guys. A fantastic championship edition of Game That Tune in November. It truly was a November to dismember. What a great show. Congratulations again, Jesse. And thanks to everybody watching with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. Thanks to everybody listening in podcast form. Our podcasts come out on Tuesday mornings. We're in, we're at GameThatTune.com or anywhere you get your podcast. Thanks for listening. Thanks to everybody checking out Patreon.com/GameThatTune. It's the home for awesome exclusives. We've got a massive GTT gems that just landed in your feed. We've got Covered Up. We've got mixtapes. We've got a lot of fun stuff over there on Patreon. We appreciate you supporting us there, supporting the GTT radio stream, keeping the lights on. We really just love any support you guys can give us at Patreon.com/GameThatTune. Special thanks to the Superfan tier producers, Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, Taylor Weiss, Sam L., and Mork. Last but not least, Mork. Thank you very much, Mork, for your request tonight. Mork made his request in our Discord server. Find the link at GameThatTune.com or wherever you find Discord links. I don't know. Find somebody that listens to this show and have them send you a link. Or you can make
the work.
Yeah, exactly. You find somebody. I don't know. Or you can send us your request, GameThatTune@gmail.com, or hit us up on Twitter at GameThatTune, or follow us individually on Twitter and hit us up there. I am there at JGangsta187. You can find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
You can find the failed challenger, John Regan, on Twitter at
JP Regan Jr.
He's back to his old Twitter handle, folks. And you can find this week's winner, the champion of Game That Tune, still hoisting that belt, Jesse Moore, on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
Hell yeah, man. Congratulations again, champ. And you got bonus tunes taking us home. What are we going home with?
Well, in honor of my boy Darby Allin for winning the TNT championship.
Fuck yeah.
I Fell by whoever does his music.
By Darby Allin's weirdly named band that clearly made this song. Yeah, it's Darby Allin's AEW theme song. Fuck yeah. Peace out, everybody. Oh yeah, Twitch Ray.
I don't sleep 'cause my head's on fire. I hate creeps and I hate liars. Oh, you want
Harmonite is copyright 2013 Game Freak Incorporated and Nintendo of America Incorporated. Road Redemption is copyright 2017 Pixel Dash Studios. Rayman Legends is copyright 2013 Ubisoft. Choo Choo Rocket is copyright 1999 Sega Games Company Limited. Herzog Zwei is copyright 1990 Technosoft and Sega. All right, and everybody hang out because we're raiding our boy Dell, Patreon superfan Lance Revere playing Mario Kart 8. Let's do this thing. Dell.